we often hear about the struggles of the poor and how they must live on tight budgets. However, what if we told you that there are certain things that many poor people waste their hard-earned money on? In this video, we will explore 7 surprising expenses that drain the finances of those living in poverty. It may come as a shock to some, but trust us, Warren Buffett has seen it all. So, let's delve into these unexpected money drains. 1. Impulse purchases, a quick fix with long-term consequences. Impulse purchases can be the downfall of anyone, regardless of their financial situation. However, poor individuals are particularly susceptible to these spur-of-the-moment spends. Often seeking instant gratification or simply trying to forget their financial woes, they find comfort in small purchases that provide temporary relief. Unfortunately, these impulsive buys add up over time, putting a significant dent in their meager budgets. From that daily trip to the coffee shop to indulging in unnecessary gadgets, these purchases may provide a fleeting sense of happiness, but ultimately hinder long-term financial stability. Daily coffee shop visits. Impulsive gadget purchases. Warren Buffett once said, "The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken." 2. Unplanned medical expenses, the silent budget breaker. The poor often find themselves trapped in a catch-22 situation when it comes to healthcare. Unable to afford proper preventive care, they tend to ignore minor health issues until they escalate into major problems. This leads to unplanned medical expenses that could have been avoided with timely intervention. Furthermore, lacking access to affordable healthcare options, they are left with no choice but to bear the burden of exorbitant medical bills, pushing them deeper into the cycle of poverty. Ignoring minor health issues. Lack of access to affordable healthcare. Health is wealth, and the cost of ignoring it can be much higher than imagined. 3. Payday loans, instant relief, lasting consequences. Desperation often drives poor individuals to seek quick financial fixes, and payday loans seem like a tempting solution. These short-term loans provide immediate cash to cover urgent expenses, but they come with sky-high interest rates and hidden fees. While they may offer temporary relief, they can quickly spiral into a cycle of debt that becomes increasingly difficult to break free from. Poor people often find themselves trapped in a vicious cycle, borrowing more and more just to stay afloat, ultimately sinking deeper into financial instability. Temptation for quick cash. High interest rates and hidden fees. Payday loans are like a mirage in the desert, offering temporary relief but leaving you even thirstier in the long run. For unnecessary subscriptions, the monthly drain. Nowadays, subscriptions have become a part of our everyday lives, from streaming services to gym memberships. While these may seem like affordable luxuries, poor individuals often overlook the cumulative impact of these recurring expenses. They continue paying for services they rarely use or could easily do without. A simple audit of subscriptions can reveal surprising savings potential, freeing up resources that can be better allocated to essentials or savings. Unused gym memberships. Underutilized streaming services. Subscriptions are like tiny drops of water leaking from a faucet. Individually, they may not seem significant, but collectively, they can flood your budget. 5. Impulsive eating out, satisfying cravings at a high cost. Cooking at home can be time-consuming and tedious, and poor individuals, like everyone else, sometimes crave the convenience and flavor of dining out. However, this becomes problematic when eating out becomes a regular habit, draining limited resources that could be better utilized elsewhere. By indulging in impulsive meals at restaurants or fast food chains, poor people miss out on the potential savings and health benefits of cooking at home. It's essential to strike a balance between satisfying cravings and maintaining a sustainable budget. Frequent restaurant visits. Overuse of food delivery services. The sizzle of a steak or the aroma of freshly baked pizza can be enticing, but the real sizzle comes from cooking at home, where financial and physical health simmer together. 6. Keeping up with trends, the pressure to conform. In a society driven by consumerism, poor individuals often face an added burden, the pressure to keep up with trends. Whether it's the latest fashion, gadgets, or experiences, They may feel compelled to spend money they can ill afford to fit in or boost their self-esteem. However, succumbing to these societal expectations only perpetuates their financial struggles. It's crucial to prioritize needs over desires and be content with what one has, avoiding unnecessary expenses that serve only to impress others. Purchasing trendy clothes and accessories. Participating in expensive social events. Keeping up with trends is like running a race that never ends, but true contentment lies in taking a detour and embracing the richness of a simpler life. 7. Impulsive borrowing, financial decisions on a whim. When finances are tight, poor individuals may resort to borrowing money as a quick fix. However, impulsive borrowing can lead to dire consequences. Whether it's borrowing from friends, family, or even loan sharks, these hasty decisions often come with high interest rates, strained relationships, and added stress. Learning to carefully evaluate the implications of borrowing and seeking financial advice before making such decisions can save individuals from falling further into the abyss of poverty. Borrowing from unreliable sources. Lack of financial planning. Borrowing is like setting up a tent during a storm. It may offer temporary shelter, but it will not protect you from the raging winds of financial instability. In conclusion, it is essential to re-evaluate our spending habits and question whether our expenses align with our financial goals, irrespective of our current financial situations. By avoiding impulse purchases, managing healthcare proactively, steering clear of detrimental loans, re-evaluating subscriptions, cutting down on unnecessary dining out, resisting the temptation of trends, and making informed borrowing decisions, individuals can break free from the cycle of poverty and build a more secure financial future. Let us all strive to make wise choices that empower us rather than hinder our progress towards prosperity.